This episode is going to be a little bit shorter than usual. It's going to be short and sweet. I'm seeing a lot of weak shit happening within our industry. I'm seeing a lot of people complaining, making excuses, whining about how hard it is. And then you literally have another group of agents who says this is the best market they've ever seen in a long time. It just got so much easier because of interest rates and cooling demand. And now they're getting all the listings. They're getting all the clients, all the listings, all their buyers are getting under contract, and you are ready to quit. What is up, guys? Welcome to episode 230 of the Massive Agent Podcast. A short and sweet episode today. Maybe not so sweet, because I'm going to be jumping up and down on some of your toes. I'm not just stepping, I'm jumping on that shit, because I can't believe how much whining and complaining is happening among agents right now. It's such weak shit. We have market conditions that have changed. Okay, interest rates have caused demand to cool off. Now, if you read some of these idiots on TikTok in the comments and Instagram in the comments, they somehow cannot grasp the fact that there's a difference between demand cooling and the market fucking crashing. They believe that because interest rates have gone up and there's a little bit less demand, that prices are somehow going down as a result. Very different things. What it means is if you're getting 30 offers on your listings, now you may only get 6. Does that sound like a market where prices are going down? No. What's happening is it's getting easier. Buyers agents have been bitching and moaning and complaining for a long time about how hard it is to get their buyers under contract because there's just so much competition. Well, now that competition is reduced. The competition has gone down because of interest rates. Now, yes, it's harder for buyers, but that's why the demand has gone down. That's why the competition's gone down. It's pricing some buyers out of the price range or out of the market completely. Or some of them are just saying, fuck this. I don't even want to play this right now. I'm just going to wait and see what happens with inflation and interest rates and all of that. We all know that waiting is the dumbest thing you can do. If rates and prices continue to go up, the worst thing you could do is buy later. But we don't know. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. It's craziness. But the uncertainty has caused a lot of agents, some of you guys, your brains have broken. Your thinking ability has completely broken, and you've chosen the path of least resistance, which is to bitch and make excuses and to complain about how hard things are. While literally there's a whole other group of people, we'll call them the agents who sell houses, who are saying, oh my gosh, this just got so much easier. I'm now getting my buyers under contract much faster, sometimes on the first offer. And rather than 37 offers to get buyers under contract, sometimes you go out with some buyers, the very first offer gets accepted if it's strong enough. That's happening right now because demand has cooled. You have less competition. There's also a lot of sellers that are bringing their houses to the market because they are worried, is this the top of the market? Is a recession going to happen? I believe we're already in one. And a lot of experts do too. Don't just take that from me. We're in this recession. And what does that mean? What does that mean for sellers? Should they sell now? Should they sell later? A lot of them are choosing to sell now. So more inventory is coming on the market as well, which brings demand down, cools the competition. Well, if you have been struggling to pick up listings because it's been so competitive and now there's more listings and those sellers that have been in your pipeline forever are now ready to sell, you're going to be picking up a lot of business. It's just amazing how many agents don't see it that way. Such weak shit. Weak mindsets happening right now. And it's hard to wrap my head around. I felt like I needed to do this episode today as an educational rant, so to speak, from the old days. You OG Massive Agent Podcast listeners, you remember the educational rants. Well, this is another one. I'm dusting that shit off. We're doing another one. And I just realized I didn't even introduce myself or anything. I just went right into it, which, I mean, I guess that meets the definition of a rant. You just get right into it. You don't prepare for a rant. You just do it, which I did. If you guys are new to the show, welcome. My name is Dustin Brohm, your host. I am an agent in Salt Lake City, Utah. I am a frustrated and somewhat irritated agent in Salt Lake City, Utah. And welcome to the show. We're going to help you be more profitable as an agent, and that is the goal. So to be more profitable, you should probably develop the mindset of somebody that can survive little adjustments to market conditions. We did not see a market crash. We saw interest rates go up. Now, they went up quickly and dramatically, as did inflation, but we're seeing a cooling off of demand. We're not seeing a reversal from a seller's market to a buyer's market. We're not seeing, this is not early COVID when the world shut down because we didn't know what the hell was happening. And we thought, are any of us ever going to sell a home ever again? We didn't know in early 2020. We had no idea. This is not that. This is a slight cooling off of demand across the board, some markets more or less. Does that really sound catastrophic? Look, not everyone is made to be a real estate agent. Let's be real. Not everyone's made to be a real estate agent. It takes a certain type of person. You need to have some grit. You need to have a stomach. You need to be able to withstand stressful shit. You need to be able to handle ups and downs and changes and unexpected shit. I mean, I can't think of any single word to describe being a realtor that describes it better than unexpected. There's just so much unexpected shit. It's really to the point, not even to the point. This is how it's always been. But the unexpected should be expected. There's nothing unexpected about all the unexpected shit that comes up in the daily course of being a real estate agent. So is it really strange to think that the market wouldn't continue to go up forever at the level it was going at? That every listing would sell in 24 hours with 30 offers? Did you really think that would happen forever? Some of you are acting like you did. And now that it's not, and now that you're only getting 3 offers instead of 15, you're freaking out. Now, those who are actually selling homes are not freaking out. You guys are cleaning up. You guys are taking all the listings that are coming to the market. You're getting all your buyers under contract. You're cleaning out your pipeline of those that haven't been able to get under contract. You're getting them under contract pretty quick. How amazing is that? I don't hear people that are actually selling homes bitching right now. Maybe it's frustrating that some of your buyers might get priced out, and I understand the interest rates. I promise you, as much as anyone else on the planet, understands how interest rates have fucked buyers over the last few months. Yeah. The interest rate that I have on the mortgage that my wife and I just bought a house with makes blood shoot out of my eyes to think about. Let's just say it's above a 7. It's more than 7 and less than a 9, okay, is what the first number of the interest rate starts with. Now, we had a different kind of loan. We had a bank statement loan, so we knew that there was going to be a higher rate. That was baked in, part of the deal, expected. We knew that. But when we started the process, we were in the 6s and ended in the 8s. So, fuck us, whatever. We got the house. All good. We'll refinance later. Cool. I understand that interest rates are messing with your buyers, but that's also to kind of be expected. Something is going to be a roadblock, whether it's the interest rates for your buyers or not enough inventory, or, back when COVID happened and, you couldn't show houses in a lot of markets, they would not allow you to go and show a house. A lot of people had to get very clever. They still sold homes, but there's a lot of people that left the industry because they're like, oh, can't show homes, we're done. Like I said, not everyone is meant to be a real estate agent. Not everyone is cut out for it. Not everyone has the stomach or the balls for it. Not everyone has the testicular fortitude to be a realtor. It's tough emotionally. Now, yes, there's a lot to learn and a lot of, especially in the beginning, like mental, cerebral shit that's difficult. But once you understand how the business works, it's emotionally difficult. It's stressful, which is emotional. So I want to ask you this. I want to ask you to ask yourself this while looking in the damn mirror. If you're driving your car, look in the rear view for a second. Look at your eyes. If you're not driving, if you're at the office, go into the pisser. Go look in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you participating in some weak ass mindset? Are you making excuses? Are you bitching? Are you putting roadblocks in your own way? Are you making it more difficult for you to do business than anyone else? Here's the thing, guys. No matter how you answer that question, if you have been, putting a stick through your own tire, if you have been, or your spokes, that's what I'm thinking, putting a stick through your spokes and, you fly off the bike. Nice analogy. You get the point. Maybe you're doing that to yourself. A lot of us do that in many different ways. But if you're making a bunch of excuses and whining and considering leaving the industry because it's just so hard right now, how are you ever going to get clients? Maybe you should leave, because it shows that you may not have the stomach for it. Now, when you look in the mirror and you have an answer for that question that you don't like, and then you react by not liking that you don't like it, there may be hope for you. If you're like, oh my God, I didn't even realize I'd gotten into this negative shit, and I got into this mental hole, and I'm creating all this extra strife and stress for myself that I don't need. It's not serving me, and it's not even real. It's all made up. It's made up stories that you tell yourself about how hard it is, how difficult it is. While there's other agents thinking it's just gotten so easy. I see it all the time on social. This market's so great. This is awesome. I'm loving this. We're selling more homes. We're getting so many homes under contract. And other agents that are thinking about leaving. If you didn't like your answer, and then realize that you don't like your answer, there may be hope for you. Because you control what happens next. You're in full control here. Now look, homes sell in every type of market. Even when COVID shut shit down, homes were still selling. People got clever. Some ingenuity came out. Listing agents would have their clients record the property, take video, send it to them, and people were still buying homes, making offers on homes, even though they haven't been able to see it physically, legally. They haven't legally been able to go see a house, but homes are still selling. Can be done, and was done. So even in the most extreme situation like that, or a market crash, or when things were, melting upwards, a melt up and a meltdown, homes are still selling. So if you've decided that you can't play ball, that it's too hard, or you don't know what it takes, you don't know how to handle it, cool. Like, you've created your own story. All the results you have in your life, just look around. Look at all the results you have or don't have. Everything in your life you've created. You've created everything in your life up to this point. Now, when you accept that, some of you guys are going to get pissed off and you're going to get depressed and you're going to think, fuck, what a loser I am. And others are going to think, you're right. I did do all this shit. I did get me into this tough spot. I did, through negative thinking and pessimism and listening to the wrong people and surrounding yourself with the wrong people and not having a mentor with a great mindset and not being around others who are winning, got yourself into a pile of shit. But you realize if you got yourself in, you can walk your ass out. See, no matter where you're at right now, if I've been jumping on your toes because you're one of the agents bitching and complaining about how hard it is, if you notice that you control what happens next, you control how you react to this, how do I call it? I'm trying to think of the freaking words for this. This revelation, this new revelation, this all of a sudden you're awakened and you're like, oh my God, I've been weak. I've had a weak ass mindset. But then you decide, I'm just not going to do that anymore. I'm now going to have a positive mindset. I'm going to be proactive. I'm going to attack the industry. I'm going to attack business. I'm going to do the things I know that I should have been doing all along, but this time expecting to win. And you accept that you control your ability to get out. Congratulations, because you have taken what you thought, what you interpreted as a negative, realized you had done so, and realized you chose to take yourself in the wrong direction. Now you're going to choose to take yourself in the right direction. When you finally admit to yourself and see for yourself that you control the results you have, the results you get, you control it through all your actions and your thinking, your subconscious mind, all of that. How empowering is that? Congratulations, because you now realize that you create your life. You create your life. You create your career. You create any business you have or don't have. You create happiness. You create sadness. You create bullshit. You create awesomeness. The common denominator there is you. You control that shit. So if you've made it this far in the podcast, like if you've already left, there's probably agents that are listening and they're like, fuck this guy. He offends me, because I'm turning a mirror on them and they don't like it. They're going to leave the industry. They're not going to be able to make it. They're just not. Because if shit gets worse, if inflation keeps going higher and interest rates going higher and demand keeps cooling and pretty soon it does turn into a buyer's market eventually, you think they're going to be able to handle that shit? They're done. They probably should leave now and go make soap and sell it on Etsy. I know I use that analogy a lot, but there's people that make 6 and 7 figures a year making soap and selling it on Etsy. Weird. It's almost like you could be successful doing damn near anything. Interesting. You think that's true? You think you can be successful doing anything? Because all you have to do is look at what you want to do. And if you see anyone being successful doing that thing, doesn't that then mean it's possible for you to be successful too? But you have to decide that that's possible and then do the things you know you need to do. You create your life. That is ultimately the message that I wanted to get across today. Because it's sad to watch some people, even people that I know that I've been connected with for a while on social, that friends of mine, unfortunately, some members of the team, they've just gotten into this hole mentally, and it's all of their own creation. It's not the market that did it, because there's people who are doubling their sales over last year. So if you have this person or team or brokerage doubling their sales over last year's sales, but then you're thinking, oh, this is bad, and you're doing half the sales as last year, who's right? Well, you're both right. You're both doing exactly what you've chosen subconsciously to do. So audit your thoughts, because thoughts are real things. Thoughts are real things because they lead to action. Thoughts lead to feelings, feelings lead to action, and action leads to results. So audit those frickin' thoughts, you guys. I hope that this empowers you, because if you think about it, I can't think of anything more empowering than having full control over your ability to create your life. I don't control your life. It's not me. If you've been successful or unsuccessful, that's not on me. That's on you. I can't take credit for helping or hurting. That's you. Even if we're like, well, but in episode 162, you said this one thing that was wrong, or I did it and it didn't work. Okay. Was it wrong, or you did it wrong, or you weren't the right person for that to work for, or whatever? There's a million different variables. If you are somebody that blames other people, you're already fucked in life. You're probably not super successful. You're probably one of these agents that's struggling like crazy right now, and you always have, because you blame others. You're victim. Those with victim mentalities don't succeed in life. They're miserable. They're unhappy. Why? Because they don't feel like they have control. If you are a victim, then you feel like the world happens to you rather than you happening to the world. If you are one of these agents, if you're one of these people with a victim mentality, and you own it, admit it, take ownership of it, and then decide, I don't want to be that way anymore. I'm done being like that. I'm not a victim. I'm in control. Take responsibility for all of it. The good, the bad, the ugly, it's all your fault, which is the most empowering, most exciting thing ever. Because that means you can just start doing the right things and get yourself out of it, no matter what anyone else or any market conditions dictate. No matter what happens with the market, no matter what I tell you to do, no matter what your broker tells you to do, your business partner, your spouse, your kids, your fucking neighbor, whatever. None of them control your actions or decisions, but you. So pull up your big boy pants and get your ass to work and decide that you're going to be successful despite market conditions. No matter what the market conditions are, you're going to succeed in spite of them. Maybe because of them. Certain market conditions can help you to succeed if you have the right strategy. Cool. But if you blame it on the market conditions, again, you're giving up your control. Not very good. Guys, I want nothing but the best for you. I see people winning and growing every single day. I love having a team of, over 200 agents across the country because I get to see so many people doing so many different things in so many different ways. And some of them are struggling. Some of them are thriving, all with the same market conditions. So maybe then it's not the market conditions. It's the individual and the choices they make, and the actions they take or don't take. The lack of a decision is still a decision. The lack of action is still action. Maybe just not in the right direction. So guys, pull up your freaking big boy pants. Pull them up. Pull them up. Urkel. Pull them up like Urkel. All the way up to your freaking nipples. Pull that shit up to your nipples. Take responsibility and get to work. 3 months from now, you're going to be in a completely different place. I hope to God that it's in the right place, that it's where you want to be, or at least you're heading in the right direction and you're growing. Make sure you let me know what happens to you over the next 3 to 6 months, despite market conditions. I don't care what's happening. I want to know what's happening with you and what you're causing to happen. Have a great week.